Okay, so you're probably asking yourself, this is Turtle Garage, but I am not at the garage. I'm actually at home right now, working on a bit of a hack. And the idea for this actually came from Aidan Bradney, who's pretty active on the Facebook Volvo groups and on the forums. Basically, I managed to score some door panels for the rear doors on my car, and I painted them black with upholstery paint, and they look fine, but my front panels were completely shot. And front door panels for Volvo Amazons are pretty much just as rare as hen's teeth. So until I can save up the $300 some that's gonna take for me to buy the new reproduction ones that VP Auto Parts sells, I'm gonna make some of my own just to cover my door. And they're gonna be just plain black. I've got some upholstery marine vinyl to cover them with. So let me turn the camera around and show you guys what I'm working with. So here's my blank door panel, for lack of a better word. What I did was I went to Tap Plastics and I just got a big ass sheet of plastic. I can't remember what the name was, but I'm gonna look it up and you're gonna see it down in the subtitles. It's 1/8 of an inch thick, and I've already offered this up to the car and used one of my existing but completely gross door panels as sort of a base to cut the shape around. But then I offered it up to the door and I poked holes where all the little fasteners went. Now, if your car is anything like mine, you probably don't have all of your door fasteners. And those are pretty hard to find as well. So what I did was, at first, I went to O'Reilly's, the auto parts store, and they sell this stuff. It's like these little fasteners, but they sell them, a 5-pack of them costs like $5. So you're paying basically $1 each. Then I went to Lowe's and I found these guys, which are basically exactly the same thing, except the brand is different. These are Hillman. The ones that I got at O'Reilly's are Dorman. These, 65 cents for a pair. So I got a whole bunch of them. I think there are 17 holes in each door. This is gonna be a little more hacky than my usual videos because I haven't got a tripod at home. My tripod's at the garage and that's the only one I have. So I am just going to handhold my iPhone and see what happens. So again, I got all these fasteners. I got epoxy, 5-minute epoxy gel. I've got this marine upholstery vinyl fabric, and I have this, which is, it's sold under the name of Headliner fabric. It's basically, let me get an edge of it. It's fabric with a thin layer of foam underneath. So my plan is I'm going to epoxy the fasteners on the opposite side of this panel so that they're, well, actually I'm going to epoxy them here so they're sticking out the opposite side, and then I'm going to epoxy them in place, and then I'm going to cover all of this with contact cement, permanent contact cement, and I will put the foam with the fabric on top of it. then do another layer of contact cement and put the upholstery vinyl on top of it. And that hopefully will give me a decent enough door panel, at least until I can buy the actual door panels, not from Volvo, but from VP Auto Parts, which are basically the only thing you can get these days. So this is my epoxy. I'm just gonna mix it all up. It's really hard to do this one-handed, by the way. And oh man, this stuff stinks. It reeks. Okay, it's mixed up enough. So I'll take one of my fasteners and I'll put the epoxy on the base of it. This is really hard to do one-handed. Yes, you're a cat, you can't make a door panel. I know you want to help, but you can't. And then I'm going to put this in here so that the end that goes inside the door panel, inside the door, sticks out the other way. Say hi, kitty. Okay, so now I've got to do all of those and then I'll be back. Alright, so now all of these fasteners are well gooped in with epoxy. I did all of them, but I don't think I have enough epoxy to do both door panels. I have more epoxy at the garage, but the garage is actually about 8-9 miles from my apartment. So I think I'm just going to do this one door panel tonight, see if it works out, and if it does, I'll go to the garage, get more epoxy, do the other one tomorrow. So now it says I gotta wait 5 minutes, but I'm gonna give it 10 minutes just to be completely safe. And as you can see, these fasteners, they're all like different colors, sizes, shapes. Doesn't really matter, they're all getting covered up with fabric anyway. The only thing that matters is that the bottom end is like this barbed plastic thing, because that's what's gonna help it stay in the door. And that's the whole point of doing all of them. I think there are 17 of them, because it helps spread out the load. Oh, I forgot one. Oops. Gotta do that last one. Alright, crisis averted. All of them are now in, and now I'll just wait for the epoxy to cure, and we'll see how the wrapping and fabric goes. Okay, so I lied. I had just enough epoxy to do both door panels. Didn't have enough fasteners though. It was short too, but that's okay. I think that, you know, for a non-permanent door panel, this will do just fine. Still waiting for the epoxy to cure, and then I can slap some fabric on it. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. The epoxy is all cured. It's not tacky to the touch anymore. Time to put some contact cement all over this thing. And I've already pre-cut a piece of fabric. It's all crumpled up over here. That will fit over this with some overlap, because you'll want to fold it over and also glue it to the back. Putting the contact cement on this is going to be a bit of a challenge one-handed, but let's see how well I can do. Oh god, this thing smells really bad. Please make sure you have good ventilation if you are doing this indoors. I have both my windows open and a fan cranking out. Like, this is serious stuff. This will get you really fucked up. Okay, so now there's contact cement all over my plastic board and all over my fabric. Time to put them together. Gotta just apply pressure. Make sure that everything bonds correctly. And then once I'm sure that things on this side are glued, I will go and spread some contact cement on this side, fold it over, obviously, you know, making room for the studs where they poke out. Okay, it's all glued up. Let's see what it looks like on the other side. You know what? That don't look too bad like that. I don't even know if I'm going to put the vinyl over it, because it's kind of looks cool like that, and it's supposed to be not a permanent thing. So I think this is good enough, just to, you know, just to cover my door. Get some zoomed in shots. Basically just black fabric, and it has a little, you know, little softness to it because it's foam backed. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it at this. If you think I should go ahead and cover it with the vinyl, leave a comment. I know all of you 6 or 7 people who subscribe to this anyway. Maybe one of you will leave a comment. What do you think? I'm planning in 2 or 3 months to get the replacement door panels from VP Auto Parts anyway. Should I bother to cover these temporary ones with the nice marine vinyl, or should I just leave them like this since it's going to be a ret rod anyway? Let me know.